Hello everybody, this is Husky10. I am here with a tutorial. I kinda wanna say I'm not gonna be able to do tutorials anymore. So this just might be my last one, if any. I mean I might be able to, but I just got quite a few projects going on right now. I got a couple games in the works and all that, but I wanna hit this tutorial. The tutorial was commented a couple days ago. It's can I make a breeding tutorial? He found a video but he's struggling to get it work in gdevelop.
Hey guys, welcome to a new Game
So
Maker tutorial.
I'm gonna make a version of it. There's probably several ways you can do it, and the way I'm gonna do it is probably not correct because I probably will be doing more work than I have to. So let's create a new empty game. This will be select one and select two and let's create a new one and call it final result. So for the first one, we're going to change the properties. We're going to change the background to whatever color you want. I'm also going to change some stuff in the properties. I'm going to say don't update the resolution when we press play. But anyway, this is selection one, so let's change the properties. Again, I want it black. Now, for this is just going to be a prototype. So we're going to insert a project. We're going to insert a tile. We're going to select. Oh, fudge. We don't want this. We're going to add text so the person knows what they're doing. So select color 1. So I'm going to call this title. I'm going to color it red and drag it on. So let's create one sprite and call it monster 1. Let's color it this color. Save. Hit apply. Now we're going to create a variable, a global variable at that. I'm going to call this monster 1. We're going to set it to 0. So we're also going to create a new scene and put it in between select 1 and select 2. I'm going to color it black. And now let's go back to selection 1. We're going to treat it like a button. So, touch. We're going to say when the mouse is touching an object, we are going to change the animation to 0. Because when computer counts, it starts at 0. Don't ask why. That's kind of how it is. Then we're going to say mouse down. When mouse button press or held, choose the left. And we are going to change the scene. I'm going to call that scene transition. You'll find out why. So let's see what we got. Oh, we forgot one thing. We want to change the global variable monster1 and we want to add 1. So let's see, it changes. This transition is very important. If it's not there and you click on this, it's like you clicked on the other button as well and made the selection for you, if that makes sense. But for this transition, we're going to make a little code. We're going to say scene scene timer, value of a scene timer. We're going to say 0.05. Go. We're going to call it go. Hit OK. Um, and then we're going to change the scene automatically to scene to selection 2. So press play. Let's make the transition a little longer though, so I'm going to say 1 second. Alright, so select 2, we're going to also make black, and we're going to add several monsters. So I'm going to call this, I'm going to color this one red. Save. Oh, you can add the variables. They did a lot of updates. Monster 1, hit apply. I'm gonna copy the title and put it here. Okay. I'm gonna add another monster. I'm gonna color it this color. Hit apply. Okay, so we have our 2 monsters. So, oh, we also want to do one more thing here. We want to say at the beginning of the scene, change the variable of each of the variable global variable monster1 equals 0. So this resets the variable, so at the beginning you can start new. So at this one we want to say monster2, so add a group, monster1. I'm gonna do the same thing here. Now let's go back to here and code our monster1. So we're going to what was I going to, so when monster 1 is touched, hit OK. We want to change the animation again. I do this because it's easier. Hit OK. We're going to change the variable. We're going to say on mouse click, mouse button press or held. And then we're going to change the variable the first monster. And we're going to add another one. We're going to add 1. Okay. now we're also going to need the final result. So scene properties. Okay, so we're going to add a color. Add a sprite. We're going to call this final monster 1. We're going to color it and let's save. And then we're going to drag onto our screen. Um, monster 1. So we're going to go to the value of a global variable. So we're going to say equals 2. So when the value of our variable equals 2, we're going to create the final result. So we're going to say create the final result, which is our monster. So at this location 269 and 118. So let's test this out. So let's choose our first monster. Let's choose our second. Oh, one thing we forgot in our level select is we forgot to change the scene to the final result. So let's press play. Oh, and let's delete this. Okay, so we've chose our first monster. Here's our second monster, and we have our final result here. Okay, so for each, so let's do a second monster. So let's do it for monster 2. Let's choose a monster 2. And we want to change the animation. And this time we want it, well, so when we click on the monster 2, we're changing the animation by 2. At the final result, we're going to create another monster, F monster 2. We're going to color it. Let's color it this color. I didn't do that. Save, hit apply, and we're just... Okay, so you're going to have to do a tiny bit of math. Okay, so the variable for our monster right here is 1. So we're going to add 2. So you need to add 3. So the final result for monster 2 so we're going to say when the global variable equals 3, we're going to create monster 2 at that location. So it will be the different every time. So chose that, there we go. That, and there we go. We have a monster. We have a bread monster. if you want to add another monster, we add monster 2, hit apply. I'm going to add an animation. I'm going to color it, let's color it green. Now remember, for every monster you add, you got to add another variable. I'm going to call this monster 2, set it to 0, hit apply. I'm going to drag it on the screen. Okay, so here we want to add a new group for monster 2. So copy this, and here you want to change it to monster 2. Alright, you want to add, again, you want to add the variable of monster 2 to add 1. And then over here, you're going to do the same thing here. Um, Alright, so we're going to change that to monster 1. No, monster 2. Remember, you're changing variables. You only have to do that once. Okay, and at the final result, we're going to say if monster 2 equals 3, create that. Again, and there. Now let's test it out. Alright, so let's go to select 1. We selected our first monster, and there we go. Unless I found a bug. Okay, I think I found a bug. So you know what? I'm gonna change the color to. Let's change it to that color. So let's try this out. Okay, something's not right. Huh. Do I have the right variable? Okay, I'll be right back. Let me see what I did wrong. Okay, so what I did wrong was I forgot to change this variable. So let's start it over again. And it still didn't work. Oh, that's what I did. What? But hang on, that doesn't make sense. But you get the idea. You gotta use a lot of variables to do this. So what we have here is a really simple monster breeding. This is extremely simple. So there's always room for improvement. Experiment, see what you don't like and what you do like. Okay, and remember, always keep variables. For some reason, keeping variables separate makes it work better. But anyway, that's how you do it. This is how at least I do it, or at least I would do it. For each monster, you add variables. You're changing variables. You're adding to variables. And you're creating objects based on those variables. My tip is for game development, get used to variables. I hope this video was what you were looking for, and I hope you um enjoyed this tutorial. You can change the costumes and all that, but yeah, thank you for the tutorial. If you haven't already, subscribe. I do let's plays. Um I do let's plays, I do tutorials like this one, and I do devlogs. And I'm also doing a language learning diary where I'm keeping a record of me learning a certain language. I want to make a little update on that though. I accidentally went on to Duolingo and I got rid of the course I was in. So I might have to either restart Esperanto or choose another language. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this and I hope this helped.